Hello, fellow humans. My name is Dorothy Laxton, and this is Fostering Untethered Communication and Knowledge, an adventure in stimulating objective, critical thought, shining the spotlight through individual spectacles, putting it once again on the bigger picture and our parts in it. Searching for life beyond the lifestyles we North American urban dwellers have to choose to chase, encouraging all to participate in positive change. So, this is the way it goes with sex and sexuality. There's a reason why, for the majority of our civilization, it was kept private. There's a reason why we don't. Sex and sexuality is not something that should be entering the sphere of children under, 10, 12 years old, really. And that's because they don't really understand at all that there's a difference between a boy and a girl. And the only difference that matters at that point is you can stand up peeing or you have to sit down. Like, that's about it. That's the relevance of it at that point in their lives. And then when they start to actually become sexual beings, because children, until they hit puberty, are not sexual beings. They have no understanding of it. They have no understanding of its purpose. And this is where we are going wrong. We have to start with the actual reality, natural reality of what we are first. And say, hey, okay, this is what I've got. And work with it, not against it. We decide we don't like it, and therefore it has to go. No. The point is not to fix everything and feel good all the time. That was a product of the 80s, and it was there to grab us by the amygdalas. And our whole society has been run off of this ever since. And we're screwed. We are screwed now because we've literally indoctrinated an entire generation to regard sex and sexuality as anything but what it actually is. Okay, scientifically, we are animals. We have reproductive systems to propagate our species. And there are good, rational reasons why it feels good, why we want it. And when we take that desire out of its context, its purpose, because its purpose is not for our jollies. The reason why it is fun is because it's something that we want to do. It's just like certain foods taste really bad to us. Certain things taste really bad to us because they'll kill us if we eat them. And so we built up a response to these things to warn us not to eat them. With sex, it's kind of the opposite. It's like, okay, it's got to feel good because we want to propagate the species. We want to keep going, right? We want to be going concerns. And this is where we really screwed up in the 80s. We commodified everything. And it's all about the wrong thing. And we just keep chasing what feels good, and we've completely lost the ability to deal with the realities of life. And I gotta tell you, spending your life chasing orgasms is no life. And we've just completely taken things out of context, and we've got the emphasis all on the wrong things. This whole gender thing taking precedence over sex. Okay, I had somebody the other day tell me again that gender and sex are different. Now, why did you take the words for sex and appropriate them for intellectual ideologies that are admittedly ideological constructs that we've made up and are selling to the youngest minds as reality, as facts. They're not facts. They're not experience. They're people sitting there saying, okay, well, we want to rationalize this out. You can't rationalize life into lifestyles. All of this categorization is completely defeating the original purpose of it doesn't matter if you're born with this part or that part. It doesn't say who you are. It just says how you fit into the puzzle of making more of us. And so, really, honestly, I don't understand how people don't see that this confusion is being purposefully created to control us. The backlash from this backlash is going to be the complete erasure of this is the human condition. What humanity is. When we had religion, we had some introspection, we had some reflection on the fact that we are imperfect beings and we're never going to be perfect and we can't fix everything and we can't make perfect people, which is where we're going. We've got to stop and take a breath and stop listening to all of these theories and thinking that they're facts, because they're not. They're not the facts. The facts are, I stand in front of you, a human being, and you treat me like a human being, and I treat you like a human being, and really, none of the rest of it should matter, unless you want to make more human beings. That's the only reason why it matters. If I'm a girl or a boy, and you're a girl or a boy. It's the only reason why it matters. Because you need a girl and a boy to come together to make another person. That's the only point. All of the rest of it is what we make up. And I look at these poor young people who are looking at me saying, well, you know, gender and sex are different. And then using all, it's like, do you not understand how confused you are? What they've been putting in your mind. And how do you tell people that? That's really, really difficult. We've got an entire generation that's going to have to look in the mirror and go, oh my God, I've been living life based on a whole bunch of bullshit that at the end of the day doesn't mean anything or make a difference in changing anything for the better. If anything, all it does is contribute more to the unwellness of our society. And if we don't do something about that, if we keep just trying to feel better and fix things and not accept them for what they are, when all of our interventions don't work because something happens in nature or God or whoever, the universe says, hey, you guys need to be checked again. We're no relationship with our place in the universe. The fact that we have one. This isn't a TV show. This isn't an interactive game. This is real life. We are all part of it. And we've got to start taking responsibility for that and not just, we ditched personal responsibility and we turned ourselves all into commodities. People are so preoccupied with the cover. Nobody's writing a book anymore. I'm so sad. I'm so sad for humanity. Thank you for listening. Narrative bullshit. It's propaganda.